AITA for telling my wife to shut up or else we'll be homeless because of her. I am a 46-year-old man. My wife is 39. We have been married for 9 years and have one child who is 5. We have had a number of money problems over the course of our marriage. It's caused a lot of stress and broken relationships with friends and family because of how much we've taken. Both my parents and hers refuse to help us anymore. I have worked my whole adult life and have brought the most money in. My wife has not worked and took from her parents until they said no more. We were close to being homeless when my wife reached out to a long-lost friend from way back. She asked for a place to stay for a while. The friend was hesitant but laid down some rules, along with a deadline on when she expected us out. So now it's said friend, her husband, their 2 young children and us, along with our child in this house. My wife has already broken one of the big rules and her friend says she gets 2 more strikes. Well, today my wife upset her friend and the husband again. Her friend had made a personal joke to her husband that my wife overheard and took great offense to it. She was hysterical, yelling at her friend, claiming she was cruel and insensitive. I was walking in from my shift and told her to shut up. I apologized for that, as it was an awful thing to say. I'm just frustrated ASF lately. She ran to our bedroom. I followed and told her I was sorry. But she needs to learn to keep it shut with certain things or else we would be homeless. She called me a couple names, kicked me out, so now I'm on the couch. Her friend told me what happened. The joke was obviously very personal and with context it made sense. Context my wife was actually aware of. She said understood we were in an awful position. She didn't want to kick us out due to the weather. But if there was any other option we had at this point, because my wife is making her feel like a prisoner in her own home. My wife won't let me into the bedroom. So I text her we're on very thin ice. She said I'm a jerk who's siding with her friend because I want a side piece. No, I don't. AITA? I would not allow my child to become homeless due to my partner's inability and refusal to behave. If there's a chance, consider reaching out to your side of the family and seeing if you and the child would be allowed to stay with them. If so, tell your wife if you become homeless due to her outburst, she will be homeless and you will be keeping yourself and child off the streets. NTA. NTA. As cruel as it sounds, your wife is a liability. She doesn't seem to get that your family is on the verge of going homeless because of her ego. You need to really weigh out whether you're willing to subject your child to constant unstable living situations because of your wife. Or you're willing to make tough choices and put your child's needs first. NTA. Your wife sounds like an entitled brat that is mooching off everyone she can and has absolutely no respect for the people around her. She only said the side piece comment BC. She had no other actual ammunition. You're gonna end up homeless BC of her. Your wife is a liability, isn't she? Info. Where has all your money gone? Info. Why are you with your wife when her behavior is clearly detrimental to your child's health and well-being? Your wife is endangering all of your well-beings. Time to tell her if she can't keep a job and follow some very reasonable rules. You're going to leave and take your child with you. You're NTA, but you must be a saint. I think a lot of people would have left her a long while back. NTA. But I'd be making plans for the inevitable. Protect you and your child and tell your wife that if she causes you to end up homeless, then she might be on her own. NTA. After reading through your comments, I'm also really wondering whether you want to stay married to this woman. And if so, why? She sounds like she has brought nothing but chaos, discord, and financial problems into your relationship, to the point that your child could end up being homeless. Unless there's something missing here. Or I've misread. It sounds like her refusal to work and mooch your friends are the cause of your current financial problems. And now she can't even control her temperament while you're mooching off a different friend. Because she looks down on this friend? This is bad news. At this point your first obligation is to your child's safety and well-being. And I think you need to take a serious look at whether that is best served with her out of the picture rather than in it. Info: what are the rules and what's the big rule your wife broke? AITA: your wife needs to get her head in the game. You might be able to milk this a little more, but the friend is at a breaking point and you and your child are going to be homeless. Please tell me your wife is in therapy. She badly needs it from what you have said. Your wife might not be currently equipped to appreciate anything until she truly hits rock bottom. Don't let her take you and your kid down. 2. The inability to control herself when failure to do so means homelessness for her child suggests that something is very, very wrong mentally with your wife. It may be time to start thinking of ways to keep you and your son out of homelessness if she keeps being the reason you can't keep housing. NTA: I don't know if you're an asshole, but it looks like you need to research emergency housing and family shelters. Your family has overstayed its welcome. AITA: Your delivery sucked, but you are correct. I'm not sure why you are with her. Your financial situation is not sustainable. But she quits her job because she's paranoid about what her friend could be saying to your child. Divorce would be cheaper at this point. Info: does your wife have mental health issues? You've overstayed your welcome in the friend's home. You need to start looking at other options. If you're in the US and you haven't already, you need to talk to the Department of Social Services about support. AITA: what homelessness prevention resources are available in your area? If she's not bringing in money and causing problems for you, it may be in your kid's best interest to leave her. I get it, but look at it this way. The day you hit the street is the day your kid ends up in foster care. You can't risk that to stay with her if she can't get her act together and do what needs to be done. NTA: your wife has no job, no house, free childcare and is entitled AF. NTA: your wife has issues and sounds insufferable. NTA: sorry. It sounds like your wife is going to have to go. Please stay there with your child so they aren't homeless. You need to prioritize yourself and your child and not live at the whims of this loon.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.